Alright, so I started off with our smoothing line shampoo. I love the smoothing line because it helps to reduce frizz, it helps to keep your hair straighter longer. And so on this first shampoo, I didn't have much lather, which typically the first shampoo is basically taking out any of like the dirt and film and stuff that gets in your hair just from existing, basically. So things that are in the air. So the second lather was really a good one. That's because the first lather is typically one just to remove the dirt. The second one is just to continue a cleansing for your scalp as well as for your hair. So I rinsed out my hair and I just did it in the sink. As you can see, I still had suds around my forehead area, so I went back in. Secondly, I did the smoothing deep conditioner. And I went through and rubbed from root to tip, made sure I rubbed my scalp really good, and focused on getting the conditioner all the way down. So once I rinsed that out, I opened up my Rejuveniqe Oil, one of the pre-packages, which is more of a sample. And I went over my hair, focusing on my edges, root to tip, as well as rubbing some in my scalp area between where my sew-in stopped and where my leave-out started. So next I took the rat tail comb, combed through my hair really quickly. And the beautiful thing about it was I had very little shedding, or basically pretty much none. Next I went to our blowout cream because I was going to blow dry my hair. So I focused on root to tip once again, like the blowout cream is also a heat protectant, and it protects the hair, and I wanted to make sure that it was protected. I set my blow dryer on medium. I did a couple of comb throughs, and then I held the ends and did more of a tension method, but I combed through the roots to where my fingers would stop. So I continued to do this, and then once the middle or the root portion was mostly dry, I started focusing on the bottom portion of my hair. And I like blow drying my hair from different angles, so I started from this angle and then I went from front to back angle just to focus in on the roots. And then back to front. Then I focused on my ends last. And I did this for my leave out around my edges as well, which didn't take long at all. One more time over the bigger area. And then I went to the other side. So everyone, I really just washed my leave out. I've only had the sew-in in for about a week or so. So I washed my leave out because I was putting products on it, I was putting edge control on it, and I have really dry scalp, so sometimes when the weather changes and the temperature changes, my scalp starts to get drier. So lastly, I took off the comb and I went around the root area of my sew-in, because as I was washing, that part got wet. So I wanted to make sure that I got that back dry, because there's nothing like the smell of wet hair that didn't dry fully. And our product smells so good, so I still had to make sure I went back and dried those root areas, and I sewed. And I turned the heat up for this because I wasn't focusing any of the heat directly on my hair. It was mainly at the root of the sew-in where the thread area was. So lastly, I did my flat iron tonight so I don't have to worry about it in the morning. So I took small sections and I had to check the flat iron again because I saw a little smoke. And it was actually still set on my normal setting of 20, which is typically like 300. So I may take it down to 15 next time. The beautiful thing about it is I get to put my flat iron setting on a lower setting because I have removed all the parabens, sulfates, any type of buildup from my hair, so it doesn't need as much heat. and I do not have to take the flat iron along my hair for as long a period of time as I typically would, because I don't have any of those additional sulfates, parabens, and buildup on my hair follicles. I still take pretty small sections, not too small, because I was ready to be done at this point, even though it took me maybe 30 minutes from start to finish. And so on this part, I just basically took the entire section. I did two run-throughs on the roots, more on the closer to the front of the roots and then closer to the back of the roots, because the section was a little bit larger than my flat iron plate. Then I went back across my edges because I'll just put my edge control on in the morning. I was going to say edge tamer, but I don't use the edge tamer anymore. But I was going to put the edge control on in the morning, so I just basically ran the flat iron over my edges. So now I went through my sew-in. I took the bun down, brushed it out with my bootleg Denman brush, and I took the flat iron, went through each section just to get that additional curl out that I did on my video previously. I'm going to wear more of a straight look a couple days this week because I have a couple of meetings and a couple presentations, and it looks sleeker for my meetings. And as you see, I went through this pretty fast. The hair is a really good hair. It is the First Impressions by Bobbi Brown. And so on these back sections, I turned the flat iron vertically because I didn't want to separate into smaller sections. And if I turn it vertically and put a little hump at the bottom, it will give the look of a slight bump. Once I was all done, I went through with my brush and did blending. And as you can see, it blended pretty well. I'll add edge control in the morning. And that's all. Now to run my fingers through it, I'm able to have a pretty clean scalp. And here are all of the products that I use today, except for my Rejuveniqe Oil.